Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very pleasant evening I bid to everyone here. I'm your host Alif Azizan and welcome back to Friday Night Sports. Okay, as for today, I am accompanied by a lovely lady here. So care to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Farhana. I am the co-host for this program and I really hope that I can do well with you together in this show.
So tell me about yourself, Anna.
Okay, my name is Farhana from Kuliah of Economics. So this is my first time to be here with you. So I really hope that we can collaborate together to entertain the audience outside to listen for our show more.
I see. So Farhana, do you like mountain climbing?
Oh, I really love it.
Have you ever gone hiking?
The latest that I went is at the Broga.
Broga?
Yes.
So, but it was quite an easy hill,
Yes,
right?
it's very easy.
And speaking of hill, mountain climbing and hiking, today we have a lovely guest here. So, they are from the ARCIIUM. So you guys, can you introduce yourself?
Right.
Hi, we are 1, 2, 3.
ARCIIUM.
So my name is Muhammad Najmi. I'm 4th year student. I'm from Kuliah Economy, and I'm a president of ARCIIUM. And she is.
Okay, my name is Nurul Nadzirah Muhammad Zin. Everyone can call me Nat. I'm 3rd year accounting student and I come here today as public relation of ARC.
Okay, last but not least, I am Nik Hamidi bin Muhammad. I am 2nd year of KICT students and now I'm majoring in BIT.
I see, bachelor in IT, right?
Yes.
So you're Nick, you're Nat, and you're
Najmi.
Najmi. Okay, cool. So,
It's very interesting for us. It's very excited for everyone to know about ARC. So I would like to know each one of you who can answer this. When is actually ARC is established?
When? So as a president of ARCIIUM, I asked the alumni of ARCIIUM. They say the first ever ARCIIUM established is in 1984.
wow.
So
Is that in Malaysia or where?
in Malaysia.
In Malaysia.
It's in Malaysia. So I don't know when it's officially become a official club in UAE, but the first ever they are established is on 1984
1984.
By IIM students lah.
by students.
Oh, so the whole ARC thing, the pioneers to this club in Malaysia is also IUM students?
Yes, ARCIIUM is
ARC is IIUMs.
IUM, yes.
I see.
It is first established by IIM student, but like maybe later after 1994, then they actually official the club, made it official, yeah.
So we would like to know why ARC is actually being established. For what actually? For what purpose? What is the objective actually for ARC?
For us as a crowd of, we love to see the nature, we love to hike, and we love adventure. So this crowd want to share something to all IM committee, and we do a lot of activities to share, to invite student IUM to join us hiking and climbing and witness the nature, the beautifulness of Allah creation. Anything to add?
Yeah, and basically it's about like it is first started I think as like a group of friends just hiking together, climbing together, and it is fun. So like we go hiking together. All of these activities is just for fun and for our love for the nature and for the sports.
I see.
Yeah.
What about you, Nick?
Okay, actually hiking is a sport itself. We know that we have football, we have such as in
Many sports.
there's a lot of sport, and then ARC itself offers students to do hiking sport.
I see.
Yes.
So, sorry to interrupt you guys, but what does ARC actually means?
ARC.
ARC. So just now we say that we love to hiking. So ARC is A stand for adventure, and R is for recreation, and C obviously is a club, right?
Adventure Recreation Club.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's it.
So this the only thing that you all do, the adventurous thing, is only climbing or what?
Actually, under ARCIIUM 3, we have 3 division under us, which is ARCIIUM itself, which is most activity is hiking the mountain. Second division is lunar climbers, which is we do a rock climbing and artificial wall climbing at PCP Putrajaya. And the third one is esteem, which is we do a running. As you can see that our running event is a mainstream today's. So we do have a team that train for a running event.
I see. What about the CRC club? CRC.
CRC.
Yeah. Canoe, whatever it is.
CRC, I can say that CRC itself is specialized club, which is they only train for canoe and rowing, right?
Oh, so they are not part of the...
No, they are not part of ARC.
I see.
I would like to ask you also, ARC is a group of students, right, who came and to enjoy all the things. So, however, for someone that who is not expertise to join these things, do you all agree to accept them or not?
Yeah, of course. Because every one of us starts from like nothing, literally just want to try, first timers. So when we came, me myself like on my second year, I started my second year. I was like very new, but at that time I was just like seeking for somewhere to release my stress, and this friend asked me to join a hike, and then I was like very first time. I don't know anything, so basically I didn't really have the high level of fitness or stamina, but luckily like the mountain that we were trying that time, like it's okay for me. So yeah, we prepared like so ARC before each trip they will prep all the hikers first according to the level of difficulty of the mountain.
So you guys have mountain climbing, you have running.
Yes.
What else?
Rock climbing.
Rock climbing. So what's the difference between mountain climbing and rock climbing?
Mount is we can say is hiking. Rock climbing is a big rock.
Yeah, definitely.
So you cannot walk on that rock.
Basically,
so you have to climb.
Using rope.
Using rope.
Yeah.
So which one of those three is your favorite?
I think my favorite one is hiking.
Hiking.
Because hiking you only need stamina and passion. Where climbing you need to learn the techniques. You need to train on gym, climbing gym, and I prefer hiking.
Sorry, but I would like to ask also, who is actually your trainer? If like rock climbing, who will train you all for the participants?
Senior. Basically, most of us train from senior. For example, for the rock climbing, although senior already graduate along almost 2 or 3 years from this IIUM, they still come and teach us.
Yeah. So you guys, she's a third year, right?
Third year.
You're a fourth year, final year.
I'm the second year.
Second year, so 4, 3, 2. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how good do you rate yourselves?
As a what? As a
I don't know, maybe as a climber or
as
an athlete or anything. Pick your favorite.
Okay,
match.
as a hikers, I think I'm 6 over 10.
6 over 10.
Yeah. 6 over 10. As a climber, I think I'm about 4 or 5 over 10.
I see. What about running?
Running. I'm not so confident about running, but anyone can do running, right? Even if they cannot play football or futsal, they can run.
They can run.
Yes. So I think running is 8 or 9 over 10.
8 or 9 over 10. Oh, that's actually pretty good. What about you, Nat? How fast can you run?
Oh no, running it's not for me. Running is just not my sport, my kind, because I don't have that stamina to go far, long distance. It's just not my thing.
So you can do sprints.
Sprints maybe, but I'm not into that either because I'm the thing that I joined hiking because I like I love the outdoor challenge, so I'm more for that. So that's why I go for the heights, the climbing, the hiking. But if the president is himself rate, he just 6. So I don't know what. I thought I was competent, but okay. I just want to. I thought.
Just, just put it as 10 over 10.
10 over 10 for likes, okay lah. If I really rate myself for strength, maybe I'm intermediate. I'm still intermediate. Like I can go for hike intermediate levels, but if very challenging mountain, then I have to take like 2 or 3 weeks to train first.
Well, I haven't exercised in a while. It's been 7 months. So if you think that you're intermediate, I don't know what I am. Okay, cool. So what about you, Nik?
Actually, I quite new to this hiking. So basically, I rate myself below 5.
Below 5. It's okay. Everyone has got to start somewhere. Alright, thank you for sharing. We really appreciate that. But we'll have to stop you here.
Right.
And we'll be right back after this commercial break. Thank you. Friday Night Sports. Okay, just now we talk about how you guys are rated or probably rate yourself. So now I'm gonna leave it to my partner for the rest.
Okay, just now you mentioned about IIUM Lunar Climber, right? But it's only briefing. So we would like to know more further about the IIUM Lunar Climber. So what is actually IIUM Lunar Climber?
So Lunar Climbers is a division where people that have a passion to climb a rock. And the rock itself, we have a big rock. Can you imagine a big rock?
What rock? The rock, the wrestler?
No, the rock like
Okay.
rock like Batu Cave rock.
Yeah.
So every rock we have a top, which is we have a final, the end of the road, and every road we have a a rate, right?
Hmm.
Has a 5A is the easiest one, 6A, 7A.
So there's
8A.
also categories for it.
Yeah, there are
Yeah.
categories. So, yeah, this kind of people have a lot of passion to climb a rock and to further improve themselves to achieve a certain rate of difficulty that they want to send a road. We call it a send if they can send from the bottom to the top of the road.
I see. So what's the toughest category out there?
Toughest category now, only one person have ever sent this
In the whole world.
in the whole world, which is Adam Ondra, 9C. 9C.
So that's like the tallest. How tall is it?
Toughest.
Tall and tough.
It's not about tall, it's about the toughest. Which is the road itself have no hole,
Oh.
Yeah.
which is it's only the flat rock, and you don't know where to hold.
So it's like you're climbing that thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I see.
So where actually you
So how do
this
you like,
activity?
lift yourself up? Like you just
Yes,
grab
yes,
the
yes, yes.
wall like that.
We have a lot of technique where there's a small rock, and we only touch only in this part. We call it scream. And there's also a flat rock where we only hold like this. We call it smears. So we just
Oh.
climb right like Spider-Man. Yeah.
So how do you like, make yourself stick to the wall?
The most important thing.
I mean, for some people, they find it hard to keep themselves stable.
Yeah.
Yes. And the
That's
most
why we got shoes.
we got shoes, and the most important thing is rock climbing is not about hand. It's also about the footwork also.
I see.
So the hand and the foot and your core obviously need to have strong.
So can you show us a mini demonstration? Maybe how it looks like on you.
Height climb.
Climbing.
Not climb lah, just just wear it in front of us because we want to see
Where the
how that
harness.
All right.
devices
So
work.
this one is a harness where we attach to our body, and the rope is here.
Try wearing it. Try wearing it.
Try wearing it. Okay, you wearing it.
Show it to the camera, of course. The viewers
Camera,
want to see.
Yes, this one. The name.
Okay, pakai sini.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I see. So that's how it is.
Yeah. So the harness is very made of material like very very tough material, so it can hold your body at any height.
I see.
Okay. So this is where the rope has been attached. So below there we have a belayer. In a climbing spot we have a belayer and a climber, which is if he is climber and I'm belayer, I will wear also the harness, and it is my device.
Oh.
So I give him a rope so that he can climb to the top.
What do you actually do? Where are you actually? Are you at the top or you're at the same level as him?
No, I'm at the bottom
You're at the
where
bottom.
Guardian.
he will climb to the top.
So how does it work actually? Does the ropes
Connected. The rope is connected.
We have two things, which we call it top rope and lead. Leading is where the rope he carry the rope to the top. Where the top rope is the rope already at the top and
Just climb.
just climb.
So you just climb, grab it, and then
Just
just.
climb, and I will pull up.
I see.
Do every member need to have this kind of
Oh, no,
equipment,
no,
or
no.
maybe
No.
because ARC have provided?
Yes, Luna Climber actually provide the shoes and harness and
Okay.
obviously the rope.
I see.
Because it's very very expensive.
Yeah, it's very
Yes.
expensive, right?
So how much does one equipment cost usually?
For the harness, we have a lot of types of harness. I can say the most cheapest one is about 200.
200.
200. The cheapest one.
Cheapest one.
Cheapest one.
So in order for you all to buy this equipment, does the participants need to pay a fees or maybe just a free things to enjoy it?
For Luna Climber, we have a lot of activity which is we call a fun climb.
Fine, fine.
Fun climb, which is the participant need to pay the fees for the first time. And every Friday, we have what we call Friday climbing, which is all the previous participant can come to Gua Damai
Near my extreme park.
Extreme Park at Batu Cave.
Batu Cave.
So they just can climb
For free.
for free.
But of course, you will have to
Oh.
pay the initial fee, right?
Yeah, initial fee only. Yeah.
Yes.
So how much does this initial fee cost?
For fun climb, for the first time we charge 35 ringgit.
35 ringgit.
35
That is actually quite,
Quite-
reasonable. right?
Yes.
Yes.
With the fun, it's very
You
affordable
only have
for.
to pay once and then just climb as much as you
Nice,
want.
Does
Yes.
this only include IIUM student or the outsiders also can enjoy it as well? No.
Yes, actually we open to all
Mm.
because obviously we open fun climb. Obviously we want to have some profit to buy our gears
Yeah.
to provide more gears to our
Understandable.
participant.
Oh,
So how often do you guys climb in a week?
In a week for Friday,
Of course,
it's
once.
every week,
Every week.
every Friday.
Every Friday.
at what time?
Before Jumaat, until Jumaat. Jumaat prayer.
So you skip
Oh,
prayers?
No.
Until before Jumaat.
Until before Jumaat prayer, obviously.
I thought it is on at evening.
No. Evening actually on the rock
Quite hard.
quite hot.
Oh,
Yeah, very hot. So we start morning early.
early at 8.
8.
Like that.
Oh, okay.
Which begs the question, have you ever climbed in the evening?
Yes, obviously.
course.
Of course. There's a lot of people climbing until
Well,
night.
who knows? Who
Yeah.
knows? Maybe.
But depends on people's strength.
Is it too high? And how much stamina that you have gained to actually climb that rock? Is it really tough for you?
Just now I say every road has a difficulty. So yeah, if you climb the easiest road,
It's
obviously it's
okay.
not tough, right?
Okay.
So we challenge ourselves to climb a highest level of road.
So, in your opinion, which road was the toughest you have ever climbed?
Me, for myself, I've sent 6A only.
6A.
6A, which is the second lowest level. Bottom level only. I'm so shy to talk about this because
Exactly,
I'm not
let's just
into
talk.
climbing.
Oh,
I'm-
okay. I
I'm not
see.
into climbing.
So you're into running or what? I forgot.
I'm more hiking.
Yeah, you're more of a hiker.
Yes.
Speaking of hiking, so which mountain or probably hill was the toughest for you?
I think the toughest one is the highest in our peninsula, which is Gunung
Kinabalu.
Tahan.
Oh,
Peninsula is
Peninsula.
Tahan.
Alright, I see. So I've heard this talk about, some hills or mountains are branded as G7.
Yes.
So
Tahan is
can you
one
tell
of
me, what's the hype about these
G7.
categories and G7 and whatnot?
G7 is 7 mountain that have highest level above 7,000 feet.
Oh,
That's all.
There's the 7 mountains in
7
Malaysia.
mountain,
that
and
are
each mountain have a 7,000 feet.
high.
yay,
That's
I
all.
So that's
see.
the 7.
Alright.
Right. That's actually pretty neat because, I've read about this G7 and stuff. But hey, I gotta stop you guys there.
It's okay.
And we'll be right back after this break.
Alright.
Thank you. And we're now back on Friday Night Sports. I'm Alif Azizan.
Hi, I'm Farhana. Welcome
And,
back.
yeah. And today we have...
ARCIIUM.
So today we have the ARCIIUM, so the Adventure Recreation Club, IIUM. So just now we talked about G7, and I believe that these guys are not finished with it yet. So I leave the floor to you guys.
Okay. G7. As
Okay.
as we mentioned that G7, 7 is for 7,000 feet and above. It means that every mountain in our peninsula that have 7,000 meter and above is called
G7.
G7. Yes.
So to put it simply, G7 is simply 7 mountains.
Seven
There are
mountains.
7,000 feet above sea level.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then?
And then
So
I
one
want-
of it.
I want some part of G7 is as mentioned that Gunung Tahan, Gunung Yongyap.
Where is that? Where is that?
Yang Pahang.
Pahang.
Yongyap located in Pahang. And our next trip, our next trip is we want to go to Yongbala. It's part of G7 too.
Part of?
G7 too.
Where is that?
Cameron.
Pahang also.
Pahang also.
Pahang also.
When?
During our mid break,
Mid-break.
Wow.
1st to 3rd November.
I see.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Do you will sleep at the
In the jungle.
in the jungle?
Yeah.
Yes,
Seriously?
obviously.
Oh.
For G7, there's no such thing as a day pack, which is we hike up and down in a one day.
I know.
No.
Oh.
For G7, we have to sleep.
One way or another, we have to sleep.
Because it is at Cameron, is it really cold at that place?
Yeah, obviously, it's
Every mountain is quite cold.
Oh.
When
That sounds really nice. Like you don't need air conditioner. Like so how long does one trip usually takes?
Depends on the height of the mountain. For example, about G7 just now, Gunung Tahan. Gunung Tahan, we take about 3 days.
3 days.
Yes.
So you bought all the camping
Yes, yes.
equipment?
everything
all
in
things?
the back, in the hiking.
How about food? Do you cook there also?
Yes, we cook our own food.
We bring raw food and then we cook.
Okay, this might sound silly and stuff and
Okay.
everything, but
Okay.
do you guys actually cook rice there?
Yes, obviously we have to have a
well, who
cupboard.
knows? Because sometimes, as for some sports like football, rugby, obviously you
Yeah.
fuss from eating rice
Yeah,
because
yes.
it's going to make your body heavy.
Yes.
But I don't know about hiking.
Hiking is not a speed sport,
Mhm.
so it's okay to have a rice
Heavy meal.
because we need a lot of calorie.
Yeah.
And hiking itself is only walking, but on a high elevation. So it's okay to be slow as long as you don't stop.
Okay, so we've talked about how this G7 is probably the highest peaks in Malaysia, especially the peninsula in Malaysia.
Yes.
What about the easiest one? What about the easy ones? We have talked about the hard ones. What about the easy ones?
G7.
The easiest G7 or the easiest mountain in Peninsula?
The easiest mountains in Peninsula. What about people who, beginners who are just starting this
Okay.
sport?
I think most of us have heard Bukit Broga.
Broga.
Broga, yes, is easiest one for me, I think, and for everyone. And we also have a Bukit Tabo.
Bukit Tabo.
Tabo
Oh,
is-
that's easy.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
easy.
But I heard that somebody fell down the hill.
Yeah.
Yes.
years ago.
That's why in hiking we need.
We really need to be safe. The importance of the safety is really high for hiking because hiking is challenging. It's quite challenging sport. So like some people they just fun and they didn't think of anything else. So they just think of up and down. So they didn't think of the weather. They didn't think of what might happen,
I see.
rain. And some people they like a trend to see they want to witness and take pictures of the sunrise.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they first climb at midnight,
I
which
see.
is like pitch black, and if they don't know, they didn't have the correct didn't have the skills, the gears, then with their head gears, their headlamps and so on. So then they will like the possibilities of some incidents lah, like that. So yeah, so like I think in any sports they have like steps and precautions. So also goes for hiking.
So when you raise this matter, for the other people who will have a very negative perception about this sport, right? So they will think that it is not safe or it is not fun to be done. But what is your opinion actually to encourage them to involve in this kind of hiking?
For me myself is, I cannot say hiking the only sport that dangerous. Football is dangerous, volleyball also dangerous, even running is also dangerous. So just you need to train yourself, get the knowledge about what things that you want to do, and ask people how to do, and you need to have a knowledge to do something.
Yeah, and that's like our objective for ARC.
Yes.
We wish to educate the IIUM community to have this knowledge of hiking, like what to wear, what to do. So all these things.
Since we are still on the topic of hiking, what was the first mountain that you have ever hiked?
For each of us.
For everyone, of course.
For everyone.
Yeah, this goes for everyone. What was the first mountain that you have ever hiked?
Me is
for ARC.
like everyone is Bukit Broga.
Bukit Broga.
Nik?
Broga too.
I'm Broga too.
So we got a Broga clan here.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
just now we speak about the IIUM climbers. So what is the right now IIUM X team actually?
Okay.
As team, Luna is a climbing, while as team is a running club, where we targeted people who want to join a running event, where you can see that running event has a mainstream nowadays.
Yes.
So we provide training for them every Thursday night. We do a night run. We call it night run for whole IIUM community.
Anyone can join.
Even they're not joining any running event, they can join us to keep healthy, to keep running. And I think as team itself, we as ARCIIUM introduce as team is to create the culture of running.
Yeah.
Actually, to be more specified, because everyone can run, everyone can search for run competition in internet, but in STEAM, we itself need to focus on running, focus on students that might have problems with running.
They're not so good like me. So I must keep following the night run, to be, because running not for like sports, you can leisure run. That's our objective for night run too, like for that leisure run to keep a healthy lifestyle and so on.
Okay, so what have you guys achieved competitively for this X team?
Okay. Early this year in April, I think our X team have participated in the triathlon, Olympic distance triathlon, which comprises of 2 kilometers of swimming, 40 kilometers of cycling, and 10 kilometers of running.
Isn't that a triathlon?
Triathlon. Like 3 sports. So yeah, how many of us athletes? 6. 5 or 6.
Are you guys representing IIUM? Or simply ARC?
Simply ARC.
You bring the name of ARC, but sort of ARCIIUM lah, still IIUM.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Alright, that's nice to hear from you guys. I'm sorry, okay?
It's
okay.
We'll be right back after this commercial break. Thank you.
Cakap nak sikit.
back to Friday Night Sports. I'm Alif Azizan and this is Farhana, and today we have the ARCIIUM. So, just now, where do we start?
Okay, because we know you are a very active club. You know, you as attract many people to come and join you. And actually, we really want to know, last semester, what have you done actually for ARCIIUM club?
Last semester.
Last semester, our biggest achievement is Gunung Tahan, because we go to Gunung Tahan during mid break too. We go there Friday night and we descend and arrive at IIUM at Sunday.
3 days.
I think 3 days. I think that's the highest achievement because
Literally highest achievement.
yes.
Literally
Because
highest.
not everyone can reach the peak of Gunung Tahan because it was the toughest one.
So, when did you guys reach the peak? At night or at evening or at the morning?
We
Go back.
okay. First at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. in Friday, we start to hike to the camp. The camp is called Camp Kubang. Camp Kubang. We took around. We arrived at 5 p.m.
5 p.m.
8 to 5 p.m. And
It's
of
like
course the road is quite
7 hours.
7 hours of
almost.
hiking.
10 hour hiking for the first day.
What about the second day? At what time did you guys start, hiking?
second day, because we arrived at 5 p.m. So we set up our camp, our tent, and start to cook for the dinner, and then we sleep early because we want to hike at 4 p.m. So at
4 a.m.
4 a.m. Okay, sorry. So we 4 a.m. we start to shoot to the peak, and alhamdulillah at 12 p.m. we reach the peak.
I see.
Okay, for we as a Muslim, right, we need to pray. Or
Yes.
can you tell everyone who doesn't know, when we are in a jungle, so how do you actually determine the qiblat itself?
Every checkpoint in jungle have qiblat.
Ah.
If you're a hiker, you know.
How many
Because-
checkpoints were there?
Depends on the jungle itself, where every jungle checkpoint means campsite.
Okay, what about the jungle that you guys went to?
We have
4 or 5.
four campsite before reach the peak.
But not all checkpoints we decide to camp. So we maybe just go through, or maybe just a quick break. Yeah.
Going to the toilet.
And for
No toilet ni.
no toilet.
No toilet in jungle.
Like literally,
Back to basics.
Yeah.
like literally we istinja.
Yeah.
Anything we throw. And for everyone knowledge, everywhere in this world, the degree to find the qiblat is 292.
Like in the compass.
compass.
Oh.
If you
292.
have the apps, like
Apps.
the compass apps in your phone, so it's 292, not like 0.
So you can actually get coverage inside the forest, inside the jungle?
No, we don't use that phone lah.
We use the real compass
Yeah.
to find the qiblat.
And we choose our camp because we need to take care of the water point.
Water point. What do you
The
mean,
water
point?
source.
It means that water source, because we need to cook or we need to take wudu.
Yeah.
So we need to have a good water point to make our base camp.
As our base camp.
So, those water sources, does it come from the river or do you actually have, tapped water or something?
River.
River.
Is a river.
Of course.
Mother
So-
nature, my friends.
Yes.
Yes. No tap water, no toilet.
Well, who knows? Probably the checkpoint was, they have taps and stuff.
No. Actually, every water source in jungle quite small, right? So we have experienced that where our campsite doesn't have any water source.
So how is it?
So how is it?
Very far.
During the journey from before we arrive at the camp,
Mhm.
we brought a
Your
lot
own
of water.
Oh.
Yeah.
But how do you know that that checkpoint probably ran out of water? Sometimes you might not know. Sometimes it might just happen.
Yeah, because that's
Yeah.
why every trip, every journey we have guide,
Guide.
so they know the jungle. They take care of the jungle. So yeah,
Who is the guider actually? Among you or the
guider-
people around
No.
The
that?
guider is it's from outside, from the forest,
From the
from
forest.
the forest department.
They,
So it's a
they will
local.
they will accompany you all the way
They-
until
they
you
would-
reach the peak.
yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So actually, you basically, if you don't know anything, you just depend on him.
Yeah, on the.
Actually, we have a society of a guider in the whole Malaysia. We call it PMGM.
Oh.
Stand for Persatuan Malim Gunung Malaysia.
Malim Gunung.
Malim Gunung Malaysia.
Yeah.
Is every time we want to find a guide, we only to contact them.
Oh.
Yes.
So they are all over Malaysia.
Yes.
Because if we don't have any guider, we can hide because that's the rule to hide any mountains.
Yeah, because you might get lost in the jungle.
Yes, obviously.
Because we ourselves are not like mastering all the roads. So yeah, we must depend upon the guider.
And I'm really curious on how you actually cook in the camp. Because I'm not a Scot before this at all. So I really want to know what is your story behind. So how do you cook? What do you brought to the campsite actually? Is it the chicken that you have?
Yeah, basically,
Yes.
Oh.
basically if like nasi ayam, mihun, things like that.
Tom yum.
So like what you cook at the kitchen like normal. So it's the kitchen. We make the kitchen.
It's
So
like
we
a portable
bring.
kitchen, right?
Yes.
You
Yes.
guys have that, you know,
Yeah,
that silver thingy.
Yes.
I thought you
Portable
only eat
cook.
Maggi.
No.
Maggi cannot. You cannot survive
You
with
can
only
survive
Maggi.
Maggi because we use a lot of energy, so we
Don't
need a
drain.
heavy
Rice.
meal
Oh.
for ourselves.
Maggi is basically salt. So if you eat Maggi, then it will drain the water.
Yes.
out of
Oh,
you.
alright.
Yes.
But the good thing about Maggi is
It's too easy.
when you the
Emergency.
those say salt, right? So salt we can use to prevent a cramp,
Oh
Oh.
yeah. For muscle.
for muscle cramp.
So
Muscle cramp.
wait, when in doubt, just pour Maggi.
Ah.
Nah, I was just joking about that.
Okay.
All right, so for one trip, how many people do you guys usually bring with you?
Normally between 20 to 25.
That's a lot of people.
Yes.
That's like maximum lah. 25
Maximum.
is maximum in one trip because we cannot like accommodate more than that. It might be quite dangerous. And if too little like 10 is quite dangerous too. So like 20, 25 is okay, is ideal.
So what was the smallest team you've ever been in?
Smallest, maybe 15.
10 we
10
have 10.
ada.
10.
10.
Last
Depends on a guider,
Yeah.
where every guider have a maximum person that they can
that he
take care of.
Yes.
So from that 15 people, you guys actually split into smaller groups, you know, according to your guides, or what? You guys stick together?
We must stick to get together. Where every hiking trip we have a shooter, where the person in the front of the group, and we have a sweeper is the last person to take care of a group.
So can you explain more about these roles inside the team, the sweeper and the shooter? What do they exactly do?
Shooter himself, he will follow guider, and he will be in the front. So when they arrive at the campsite, they will prepare
The
and the tent, the fly.
Fly is the 10 lah.
Basically, the shooter is the fastest and the strongest
Among us.
Among us.
So it's similar to the pacer inside a canoe
Yes,
team
obviously.
or a dragon boat team.
Yes.
What about the sweeper?
Sweeper, obviously the one at the last. So no one cannot be behind the sweeper. Sweeper is the last one.
So he makes sure.
He makes sure everyone is
in front of
him. And then,
That's good. So is the position fixed, or sometimes you guys take turns?
Yeah, it's the position for hiking always fits.
always fix.
So you can never take turns, even when the shooter is tired.
I
You
know.
don't. You're. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Is it among you that
Because
become the shooter?
shooter also take break. So okay lah. Among Us ada shooter.
Among Us, no.
Najmi?
No shooter.
So you're sweeper.
I'm a sweeper.
Yes. I'm in front of the sweeper.
Alright,
Because I'm
that's a really lovely information that we have got from you three. But we have to keep it short and we'll be right back after this break. Thank you.
To Friday Spot, and I am Farhana with my host Alif Azizan. Yay.
My bad.
Okay.
Hey,
Now,
we're back.
okay, we continue to our story just now. So, what is actually the certain criteria that you need the participants in order to join the ARC club actually?
Okay, so I think we don't give put any levels or requirements for our hikers, for our participants. We just prep them. So if like we decide to go on, for example, Montahan, so before like 2 weeks before the hike, we will like make sure to train every day, to train the elevation, to run, and diet like no ice, things like that. Yeah. So we have no criteria lah basically. Like first timers also can.
So
Newcomers.
in the training session, you help each other.
Yes.
No, there is no specific trainer actually.
No.
We help each other.
Oh, alright.
Yeah.
So what?
Yes. That's it.
So in order for you to go before going to the actual experience,
yes.
So if you're running, how many times in a week that you should do it?
Every day, of course.
Yeah.
Every day.
If like just like a week before the hike, and then every day we will go run.
But wouldn't you guys get tired or probably drain out before the whole hiking? Because you
We will.
force yourself to run every day.
Yes,
so-
every day we will run, but 2 or 3 days before hiking trip, we will rest.
I see.
Yes.
And we will have diet. It's not diet, it's just we store a lot of calorie. We call it a carbo load,
Carbo load.
Oh.
where you eat a lot of carbohydrate and you store on your body, in your body. And also we do hydro load, which is you
Still a lot of water.
yes, you
Water.
drink a lot of water.
So, have you guys ever faced these circumstances where you guys do this whole hydro load, carbo load, only to find out that during the hiking day, probably it rained heavily or probably you had to cancel the plans?
Yeah, of course, because we cannot estimate the weather. So if it very heavy and like very dangerous, then we cannot continue the hike. But sometimes we just go through the rain.
So, how many times have you guys hiked together?
How many times?
How many hiking trips have you guys been on?
Usually in a semester, how many times you will go?
Every week we have a trip.
Yeah.
Every week.
Every
Oh.
week.
Every semester, every week, ARC will held a hiking trip.
Mm.
So, but but I'm like, not every one of us join every trip.
Yeah.
So maybe we will just maybe meet each other like 5 or 6 times, 6 hiking trips. Yeah, if we actively joining.
For example, for this time, previous our trip is about 6 times. The last one is Gunung Stong at Kelantan last week.
Last week.
I see. Oh, that's quite far, and you guys got back here. So, is it a one-day trip or what? It's
No.
not one day, right?
It's 2 days.
2 days. So, it's Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
Okay. So, you talk about how you guys have hiked during the rain before.
Yes.
So, can you tell us, was it dangerous or was it really hard or something?
For hiking, we also need to have good shoes. Which means that the shoes with good grips. So there's no problem actually during rain because we have a good equipment. But although we have shoes with good grips,
We still need
some
other equipment.
some roads have slippery roads.
Yeah.
So we need to actually
Slowly.
if the road is tough, the what you call
The road.
the guider or the
Yes, the guider.
the guider. I want to say
Will help.
there's a rope there we can hang on.
Yeah. For some slippery roads, they will have some road lah attached to the tree or something. Yeah, to help. But
Sure, go
But I
on.
think most of the events that is raining, we just go on with our hike. We have poncho, we have our poncho, the
Poncho.
raincoat.
Raincoat.
We wear raincoat. Or if like too dark, too heavy rain, we have our headlamp and shoes. So our body, I think, is protected, is safe enough to walk in the rain.
So you guys took some precautions.
Yeah, that's the
during hike.
precaution.
Because I think I've been to one hiking trip. It was to Bukela.
Okay
Oh,
lah.
yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the hot spots for UI students too.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It was quite tiring for me because that was my first time. And it took me, I don't know, 3 hours or something.
It was very worth it, like very beautiful.
Yeah, it was very beautiful, but also the waterfall up there is quite deep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, we also have a trip, Bukela trip last time.
Last semester.
Yeah, we went to Bukela last time, and alhamdulillah there was no rain, so we were able to enjoy the waterfall. But if there was rain at Bukela, it can be quite dangerous because the fountain. The matai.
Probably the water up there. Lah.
Yeah, the water up there will rise and will cause this
Flood.
the rope that the rock, the one that you hike, they will like no rock anymore, like all water.
Submerged. Okay.
Yes. So it can be very dangerous lah for
I've been on one of those rocks. It's quite high and okay.
yeah.
We have
Very-
actually here a lot of story about ARC, their experience and more stuff or like that. So we like to know your hope for this club. And because you all as a senior, maybe in the end you will leaving the IIUM. So what actually your hope for this club?
I hope that ARC will be a pioneer club that we do a hiking trip, and we can see that a lot of club do also hiking things, right? But we would wish that all club to have some knowledge to meet us before you go to hiking, because every problem happen on hiking trip, UIA will find us first.
I see.
Because we are the official club that do hiking.
Even for private trips as well.
Yes. So I hope that IIM community sees ARCIIUM as a club that you want to meet before you go to trip, or you want us to guide you guys, we also can. And yeah, I hope everyone do hiking things in a proper manner.
So what about Sister Nadzirah?
Okay, for me, because this brother has explained many things. So for me, we just hope that everyone can share our interest, which is the love for the nature, for the sports. Because hiking can also be a very fun culture, sports. So we hope that everyone, like many more, can come and join us in our hiking trips, and we can share the experience and share our knowledge about hiking.
Oh, I see. What about you, Nik? What is your inspiration?
As they talk about hiking things, so
Okay.
I will tell about our ARCIIM club.
Okay.
As a committee, we hope that a lot of students tend to join us together, to go for a lot of trips. So we hope that IIUM students out there always go for hiking.
Yeah.
Okay, because we will end it as soon earlier, so we would like to know what is your medium to connect with the other people, such as Twitter, Instagram.
Okay,
You guys
so
have
our social media would be first our Instagram, ARCIIUM, our Twitter account, ARCIIUM official, and our YouTube channel, ARCIIUM.
Wow.
So we have 3, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. You can check all our previous trips and also future trips there.
That's lovely.
Actually, in the Twitter, we also have a sharing knowledge session.
Yeah, we have sharing knowledge and so
So trivia.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, that's all for today, folks.
Alright, thank you for having us.
We're glad that to have you guys
Yes.
here, and we learned a lot from
Thank
you
you.
three. All right, we'll be. How do I end this? Okay, that's all for today from us in Friday Night Sports. We'll be right back next week at the same time, 9 p.m. only on IIUM COMMTV. Thank you.
Bye.